5 pieces of equipment you need for sowing seeds. First up is pots and trays. You'll need something to grow your seedlings in, so use old pots from other plants, recycled kitchen materials like yogurt pots or grape pannets, and you need to ensure that they have drainage holes, that is key. The trays on the left are really handy because they had pansies growing in them ages ago, but I keep them and reuse them, and the pots on the right hand side are really good for sweet peas, a little bit taller for the roots to grow. Second up is compost. You'll need some bags of compost to put into your pots. Head to your local garden centre and ask for their recommendation for the best peat-free option. And you don't need seed sowing compost. It's just to find a texture, so it's not essential. A good multi-purpose compost will do absolutely fine. You'll need some good labels. I sell some different types of labels on my website, but you can just cut up a milk carton with some scissors and use a Sharpie to write on what it is that you need to. It does exactly the same job, but there are so many labels out there, but they are so important so we know which seedlings are which. You'll need something to water your seedlings. Now this very much depends on where you are going to grow, either a hose, a fine watering can, or if not a mister if you're growing on windowsills. If you're starting seeds early in the season, so in January, February, March and start of April, then you will need to sow your seeds what we call under cover. And this means that is before the last frosts have finished, because if not, if you leave your seedlings outside, they will die from the frost. So that's why we keep them under cover until the last frosts have passed. Usually this is mid-May, but it depends where you are in the country. Not all of us have room for snazzy big greenhouses, but what I do use is a mini wooden greenhouse. I have a plastic Zippy greenhouse, and I also use every single inch of windowsill space. Now this one here that I'm showing in this photo is my wooden mini greenhouse. I bought it in a special buy from Aldi, but you can also get them from lots of other places. They're a bit sturdier versus this one in the far left-hand corner, which is my plastic Zippy greenhouse. This one, yeah, it's a bit more flimsy, but it does exactly the same job. They're really cheap to get. I think I only paid £25 for mine. And then last but not least is filling every single windowsill. You want a light, bright space for your seedlings to grow, somewhere that isn't too warm, so a nice cool conservatory is perfect. So I hope that helped to find the 5 things that you can use, but here are just a few things that you absolutely don't need. You don't need propagators, you don't need heat mats, and you don't need fancy cell trays. Gardening is for everyone, and you just need to remember that a lot of the brands want you to spend more money, so they're trying to make everything seem like it's an essential and you've got to have it. As someone who started out gardening a few years ago, everyone was telling me what to buy and it was very overwhelming. So this is just my message to say you don't need to spend loads of money to get into gardening. It should be accessible for everyone.